Hi, welcome back to my channel, Nurse Lexi. So I'm so excited to make this video. I hope the lighting isn't bad because it's midday and I'm just like so passionate right now and I really want to make the video. That's why I'm like standing up and stuff. So as you can see from the title, this video is going to be about what you're doing wrong in nursing school. Basically what you could be doing better. There are a lot of videos out there about tips and stuff, but I feel like this is important because what if you're doing things that are hurting you and you don't even realize it? That's why I'm here for you guys. Okay, so if you have not already, go ahead and subscribe. The button is right down there. It takes like 1 second. What do you have to lose? So go ahead and subscribe. Okay, now that we have that out of the way, oh, also you can like and comment and all the other stuff too. But anyways, let's just get to the video. So these tips that I have for you guys, it's from my own experience. It's also from other nursing students that I talk to, friends in the program, and things like that from people that have progressed, have failed. So, you know, a kind of a mix so that you can get like some really good tips. So the first thing that you could be doing wrong in nursing school is either never using a study group or always using a study group. So there's kind of like a fine line. What I do is that I study by myself initially just to make sure that I can grasp the content and that I'm like really understanding what I'm learning. And then I study with a group so that we can quiz each other so that we can talk things out, which kind of gets like your brain going and thinking about things in different ways, versus just always studying with a group. I feel like you won't give yourself time to really grasp the concepts and to really understand the material. So, and if you never use a study group, then you're kind of just studying by yourself and you don't really have anyone to ask questions to or to see like how they're thinking about things, and that's not benefiting you either, because if you think that you understand something but you're really understanding it the wrong way, you'll never know until the test, you know? So it's kind of good. It is good to study with a group, just not all the time. So first study by yourself, learn the material, and then use a study group to reinforce that material. Another thing that you could be doing wrong is waiting too late to study. Nursing school is not like these prereqs. Nursing school is very hard and it's very demanding, and you cannot study the night before a nursing exam and do well. There's just no way, because your test isn't just knowledge-based questions. It's about priority. It's about what's the first thing the nurse should do. It's select all that apply. You know, it's so many different types of questions that if you wait till the last minute, there's no way that you're gonna grasp it enough to pass. No way. So my biggest tip is to start studying at least 5 to 7 days before your test. Use that time to like rewrite your notes or to just read over your notes, re-listen to lectures, do practice problems, practice questions, study with your group. Like give yourself at least 5 days. And I promise like you will either ace the test or get a really high B. Okay, so that is tip number 2, or the second thing that you could be doing wrong in nursing school. Number 3 is not reviewing the questions that you got wrong. So with nursing school, the thing that we love is rationales. Like I love me a good rationale. I love a good explanation for a question that tells me basically why I got it wrong and like what I should have been thinking versus what I was thinking. For my exams, we do it on the computer. So like if we get a question wrong after the test, we can go over those wrong questions and it has the rationale for why the correct answer was what it was. And honestly, in the beginning, I would just X out of my test and just walk out, and I would like not even look at the rationales. But now, like I'm in my last semester, I always look at the rationales because these questions may come back in the final. They may be in the NCLEX, and if you get something wrong and you don't even look at the right answer or, you know, fix it in your mind. Okay, I'm trying to explain this like the best way I can. So if you choose a wrong answer and you don't go back and learn the right answer and understand why you chose the wrong answer and why it's really wrong so that you never choose it again, you might choose it again. Like if you see that question on the final, you might remember, I remember choosing that answer and was it right? Was it wrong? I don't remember, you know? So if you go over the rationales, it's gonna stick in your head. You're gonna be like, dang, I got this wrong because I was thinking this, but really it was this. So now I know not to choose that wrong answer anymore. So if you don't have rationales on your exams, if you do it on paper or something like that and you don't have that, just go to your professor. If you get number 5, 8, and 10 wrong, go to your professor's office hours and be like, hey, I got these questions wrong. Can we go over them? I don't understand why the right answer was this. I was thinking that it would be this. You know, I was thinking the priority was cultures, but you said the priority was blood culture. Wait, what did I just say? wait. I was thinking that the priority was cultures, but you were telling me that the priority is antibiotics. So why is it antibiotics and not cultures, you know? So yeah. Oh my God, you guys, a major key. If you do not practice your skills, like Foley insertion, like central line dressing change, what else? PO meds, you know, 5 rides. What else have I learned? Basically, you know, those skills that you get checked off on. If you don't practice those, if you don't sit down and pretend to do it, IV insertion, how are you gonna learn it? I tell you guys that I was shook because, you know, it's like nursing school. It's like, okay, I'm doing this on a mannequin. It's not real. But I'm so close to being done that now I'm like, okay, I've learned all these skills. I've passed all these checkoffs. And if they throw me in the hospital tomorrow and tell me to insert a Foley cath and maintain my sterility, can I do it? Because as a nurse, I'm expected to do that. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just for school. It's not just, let me pass this check off because I have to pass the class and like whatever. No, you're gonna be expected to actually know how to maintain sterility during a procedure. You're gonna have to actually do that as a nurse the right way. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that kind of had me shook because I just started realizing that because I'm so close to being done. I was like, dang, I'm actually gonna have to remember these steps in real life and do it like on a real patient and not break sterility because I don't want to put them at risk for infection. So yeah, practice your skills and get good at them and think about it in a way that you're doing it for your career as a nurse. You're not just doing it to get checked off. Like, it's a real skill that you have to actually know how to do. Other things you could be doing wrong is not taking breaks, not relaxing, not giving yourself time to rest and reboot. Like, you need breaks. I hate people that's
like, I study all the time and I never hang out with my friends. I never see my family, blah, blah, blah.
Like, why would you do that? Why would you put yourself through that stress and not give yourself a way to relieve stress? Like, hang out with your family, hang out with your friends, do things that you like. Don't study all the time. I live by this. I don't study all the time. I study a lot, but I still give myself some time to not study and not work, you know, and I still get A's, so you can do it. So if you're doing that, if you're only studying and only working and never having fun, stop doing that because that's not helping you. That's actually hurting you. And then the last thing that I have for you is, okay, the last thing that you could be doing wrong in nursing school is not allowing yourself to learn how to think like a nurse. I know it's hard to think like a nurse, and it's something that they really drill in your head in nursing school. And at first you don't really understand, but as you see more questions and do more clinicals and get more experience, you start to understand. But you have to let yourself think like a nurse, because when you come in, it's going to be black and white. It's going to be, this is right, this is wrong, you do this first, you do that second, period. But then as you keep going in your semesters, you're going to realize that it's not black and white, that nursing is all gray, that it all depends on the situation, on the patient, on their history, on how they're presenting. It depends on so many things. So if you just like relax and allow yourself to kind of like dive into the unknown and learn how you would really think through a situation, you will succeed in nursing school. I promise. Like, I remember when I first got into basic med surg after foundations, I didn't do well on the first test because I was just very like, no, that's not right. It was this, it was that. But the answers were always things that like, well, it depended on this. And did you think about it this way? And it's kind of something hard to describe, and you only really know if you're in nursing school. If you know what I'm talking about, please comment down below, because thinking like a nurse is a skill that you just learn over time. At first, it's very intimidating because you want it to be like a math problem where this is the answer. You know, like in foundations, this is the answer. But as you continue on, it's not like that. it's a lot about the situation, and it depends. So allow yourself to think like a nurse. Don't think so concrete. Lose the concrete thinking. It is not, you're always gonna do this first and then that. If your patient is coding, obviously you're gonna do something different than if your patient is sitting down watching TV. So it is never concrete in nursing, and you have to get that skill of prioritizing, organizing yourself, delegating. These are all things that you learn through nursing school, and that you just get better as you're a nurse, I guess, because I'm not a nurse yet, but that's what I'm expecting to happen. But yes, that is my last and final tip. Allow yourself to think like a nurse. Don't be so concrete. Don't be so black and white and so hard forced on a certain thing, because then nursing school will drive you crazy. Because how many times my professors have said it all depends. I probably can't even count how many times they've said that. But that's all for this video. Please, if you have video ideas, leave them down below. I'm always trying to think of new things that you guys want to see, but if you tell me what you want to see, I could definitely do that, because then you tell me what you want to see. So let me know what kind of videos you guys want to see. And if you like this video, please like it, comment down below. Let me know what you guys want to see. If you have tips for nursing students, leave them down below. And just go ahead and watch the next video. I mean, you're already watching one of my videos. Why not just be consistent, right? Okay, so thanks again for watching.